Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. Now, it may not be morning for you, even though I call it the Morning Mindset, but I hope that it is. And the reason I say that is because I believe, and I think your experience is also likely to bear this out, that the way we start the day in terms of our thinking generally determines the way that day is going to go, the way we are going to behave and make choices and interact with people in that day. And so this little 5-minute inspirational shot in the soul, I often call it, is intended to be a morning thing. It's intended to help you the moment you wake up to put this on, grab a cup of coffee, and listen to encourage yourself in the way you should go, the way God says you should go. So just a quick little encouragement there. If you're not doing this first thing in the morning, maybe you work a night shift, great. The minute you wake up, pop this on or find your Bible and open it. Do something to get your mind aligned with the truth. Now, I want to talk to you today about another aspect of wisdom. And it's this issue the Proverbs often speak of honor versus shame. That's a contrast that we see in the book of Proverbs often. Things that happen or decisions that are made that bring honor, and then things that happen or decisions that are made that bring shame. And the contrast is used to help us prefer honor over shame. Here's an example. Proverbs chapter 10, verse number 5 says, "He who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who brings shame." Okay, so gathering in summer, that's an agricultural sort of a context that is referring to there. Gathering in summer is bringing in a harvest. It's preparing for the time of need, the winter. And he says the one who gathers is a prudent son. He's wise. He's doing what is best in the situation. But he who sleeps in harvest, so the one who's lazy, is a son who brings shame. See, and it's implying brings shame to his father, brings shame to his mother, brings shame to his family. See, this idea of honor and shame are very intriguing to me because we're often told in the church, and in many cases, rightly so, that we should not be self-centered or self-seeking, but instead we should be others-seeking. Yet the motivation in this particular verse, in many like it, is a self-oriented motivation. He's essentially saying, do you want to be the one who brings shame to your mother and father? Or do you want to be the wise son, the prudent son who does what is right? And so there's this little tweak to our understanding we have to think through here if we've been taught that self-orientation is a bad thing. Self-orientation is not a bad thing when it is aligned with the will of God for you, the will of God for me. You see, God's heart for us is that we be wise people, that we be discerning people, that we not live a foolish life. And when we desire those things for ourselves, it is God's will. We're living according to His desire for us. And yes, it's self-oriented, but it's self-oriented in a way that is submitting to the will of God. And that brings Him great honor. And at the same time, it brings great blessing to us because in this example, gathering in summer will provide for the winter, correct? See, there's a wise outcome that comes from it and a beneficial thing. And so get it out of your head that being entirely self-oriented or doing things because of the benefit it will bring to yourself is a bad thing. God Himself in the Proverbs motivates us by that sort of thing. So look to be that person of honor today in the interactions and conversations you have. Don't be the one who brings shame, and you'll bring great glory to yourself and to God. Let's talk again tomorrow.